back to the Daily Grind. Thanks for checking out the channel. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back pickle biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
Artem Lobov, the GOAT, is back and he's booked in a super fight versus Leeroy Caceres at UFC 223 in Brooklyn. Can't wait. Holy smokes, this card was already stacked with Tony Ferguson versus Khabib Nurmagomedov. Also, Joanna Jędrzejczyk versus Rose Namajunas, hashtag and new. You guys remember how was hashtag and still when it was Stipe Miocic versus Francis and Daniel Cormier versus Vulcan, and I was saying hashtag and still for UFC 220? Well, hashtag 223 is hashtag and new. You heard it here first. I believe Joanna Jędrzejczyk will be reclaiming her title, and I also believe Khabib Nurmagomedov will be claiming his title at UFC 223. But with that being said, that's another note for another day. There's another super fight on this card. Caceres versus Artem Lobov. And I know there's somebody right now roid raging, vein popping out of their neck. This is not a super fight full time. And I just want to let you know, yeah, it is, bro. No, check me out. This is a fan favorite versus a fan favorite. You might think, how can this be a super fight if Artem Lobov's professional record's 13-14? Well, let me explain it to you. Because people want to see the fight. Now, there's no fucking rubric for what a super fight is. I mean, you can say, no, a super fight should be left for champion versus champion fights. Or no, a super fight is a fight that sells 1 million pay-per-views. Or no, a super fight is when a champion comes from another organization. You know what a super fight is? Whatever the fuck you want it to be, dog. Until the Webster puts a super fight definition in the definition in the dictionary, then to me, this is a motherfucking super fight because it's almost perfect matchmaking. I don't know who's going to win this fight. I do know neither one of these guys are going to be a UFC champion, but that is fine with me. That's what makes this so perfect. It's not, you know, no hidden facades like, oh, these guys are fighting for a #1 contender fight, and you know what I'm saying? No. This is going to be a fun fight between two warriors, and a lot of people are going to enjoy the fight. Both of these guys are fan favorites. Leeroy, everybody loves. Artem Lobov is Conor McGregor's teammate. We see how much Conor McGregor supports Artem Lobov, let alone his other teammates, whenever he scaled the cage, you know what I'm saying, at Bellator to support a teammate. And then Artem Lobov, when he fought Andre Fili, Conor McGregor was there in support, a cage side. The ref had to tell Conor, sit down. Now imagine this. Artem Lobov on the card. You know Conor McGregor's gonna be at least sidelined at UFC 223, possibly, because he's also supposed to be getting stripped right before that. But Artem Lobov on the card, Conor McGregor front row, Khabib Nurmagomedov, Tony Ferguson in the main event. Unless Conor McGregor rolls out after Artem Lobov's fight, he's gonna be cage side for Khabib and Tony. All type of madness may ensue. Now, one thing about this fight, Artem Lobov and Caceres, is it was originally like rumored for UFC London, you know, with possibly Bisping and, Bisping and Belfort. Didn't happen. UFC London, Bisping and Rashad Evans didn't happen. Bisping's not on UFC London. Darren Till versus Gunnar Nelson was talked about, which is why this fight would have also made a lot of sense. Gunnar Nelson and Artem Lobov, two of Conor's teammates, two teammates on the same card. But now none of these fights are going to be at UFC London. They do have a main event for UFC London, which is Fabricio Verdum versus Alexander Volkov. But Caceres will be fighting Artem Lobov at UFC 223 in Brooklyn. I'm fine with that. Can't wait for the fight. This is I'm more excited for this fight than a lot of the fights on the card, just because both of these guys are fucking super fun fighters to watch. Cool personalities. I mean, Artem Lobov, through injury, through sickness, the Siberian Express rolls up, motherfucker. Choo-choo, motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And of course, Leeroy, fucking the happy hippie coming through with the ninja shit. You know what I'm saying? Bruce Lee with the dance moves and the karate. I don't know. I'm just saying it's gonna be a fun ass fight. Can't wait. I don't know who's gonna win. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's also a good fight. It's not like one of these guys is just gonna come in here and roll over the other one. I don't know who's gonna win this fight. I just know it's gonna be a fun ass fight. So with that being said, Artem Lobov versus Caceres for UFC 223 is official, and it's a super fight. Let the full top family know what you think in the comments. I'm out.
Da 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 da. It's the motherfucking DOWG.